What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'm sorry that I have not been uploading this week. It has been a crazy week for VeVe, the 12 days of VeVe, but it's also been a crazy week in my life with the holidays and everything. So I've done some traveling and I have been participating in the drops, but I just haven't had as much time to upload. So today's video is going to be different. Instead of just showing you one drop, I'm going to show you my replays from all the drops. And so it's going to be kind of like a VeVe Dropathon on this video. So you can watch all of those, see how I did, and I'll be doing some voiceovers to talk you through what was going on, what was my mindset, what was the strategy, and of course you'll see for yourself how it turned out, whether I got one or not. Alright, so without further delay, let's get into the first drop. Alright, and we're kicking it off with the Coke drop. Now, I know Deadpool happened before the Coke drop, but I don't know where that footage is. So I'll just tell you, I did not get that drop, but I thought I had filmed it. I wouldn't put it past me that I've deleted it somehow. But anyway, we're going to kick it off with Coke. I was really excited about this one, even though I went for the Deadpool drop because I know there was quite a bit of talk and hype about Deadpool and their potential value and how big the Deadpool audience is outside of VeVe collectors and investors. I was mostly excited for Coke because Coke is just such an iconic brand. In a little bit of research that I did, I saw that Coke has released an NFT prior to this release on VeVe, and it was kind of a collection of NFTs that sold to, I think, one person for over $500,000. So with this collection, I figured that people who are really passionate about the Coke brand, they will realize that they have a better chance of getting one of these NFTs either through the VeVe app or in the secondary market, say OpenSea or Immutable X or some marketplace like that, which could really help the value. So I was really excited about this. I also just think Coke is such a cool brand, and I thought the globes were great. They're animated, and I think the design is really cool. So my strategy for this is pretty much the same as with the other drops that have this format, this layout. If you're new on the VeVe app, you may not realize that different drops look different. So the drops for the comics and even for the Labicorn this week, or not Labicorn, the Labit, the drop for the Labit this week, the page looks different. And I'm not entirely sure why that is. Maybe it's just easier for the UI UX designers on VeVe to do it this way, but my strategy is the same: close out all the apps, put on do not disturb, and just hope for the best. And in this first attempt, I wasn't able to secure the drop immediately. I really tried to go for the rebound. I mean, you see how long this screen is up? This is real time. I really thought that I had gotten it. Unfortunately, that was not the case. So I kept trying, but in the end, I wound up having to go into the secondary marketplace to buy one of the NFTs. I got a really good deal on a common for $145, and right now, at the time of this voice recording, which is Christmas Eve at 4:30 p.m., I think it's going for around $175 or something like that. So not a bad buy at all. So without further delay, let's move on to the next drop of the week. All right, and the next drop is Steamboat Mickey. Now this one was huge. A lot of people felt like this was going to be like the Disney Golden Moments all over again. So I think there were a lot more people on the app. There were a lot of people very excited about this. Probably a lot of bots crawling. A lot of bots crawling, trying to click that button as fast as possible. So even though I didn't get the Coke drop, I was very excited to get another chance at a really big NFT like Steamboat Mickey. So everybody wants the ultra rare. I mean, everybody always wants the ultra rare, but they have a common and an uncommon, and they all look really great. And just the fact that it's Disney, you just know that this is going to be a buy and hold NFT. I think when they first dropped, or when they first released on the marketplace, they were going for like, you know, 2 something. You might get something for 1 something, and then there was a pretty significant delay getting the rest of the NFTs when they released. So I think the next day, which was I think maybe Thursday morning, you could find some of them going for like 250. At the time of this recording, on Christmas Eve, they were almost $400. So the price is going up, and I knew that I was going to either buy one in the marketplace or get one in the drop, no matter what. But your girl messed up. Okay, so even though it's showing me, okay, attempting to reserve an order, awesome, awesome, I messed up. Not just because of hitting the buy now button, I didn't actually have 60 gems in my account. I'm going to talk you through what happened. So you know how VeVe lets you put in gems after you get the blind box? Well, I got this message right here, reserving order. And you'll see throughout this Dropathon that I get that message quite a bit. So I went to my account, I saw I had 50 gems prior, and now there was no gems. I'm rushing at this point to add gems to my account, which I really didn't want to do unless I knew I was going to get something. I feel like I put too much money into this app, but I'm rushing at this point to buy some gems so I have enough in my account, because it looked like it withdrew and it was trying to give me one of the Mickeys, but it's just buffering. It's not really, you know, being sure and giving me that confirmation. So I go back, and I'm really nervous at this point because I'm like, it's sold out. I don't know if I got one or not, but in the end, I missed the drop. And I think that if I had enough gems in my account, and B, probably been either a little faster or what, I probably would have gotten it. So now you see it gave me back all my gems. It just spit them back out at me. I feel like it could have been a close call, but just for the sake of my sanity, I'm just going to say I was never going to get one to begin with. It wasn't a big deal that I didn't have enough gems in my account, but for the rest of these drops, I made sure that I had enough gems. That's for sure. All right, now on to the poster drop. So they released an ultra rare poster for Rogers the musical. I guess that's the Captain America musical. I didn't even know they made a musical about Captain America, but I know now. And they released the poster. There were only 3,800 that were released, so this one was going to be very scarce. I didn't think that there was going to be a ton of competition behind this one, just because it's not Mickey, it's not Coke, it's not one of these bigger brands, but I think the attraction of it being an ultra rare still drew a lot of people, and a lot of folks were still probably very hype and excited about just getting something in the drop if they miss the other two like I did. So I woke up early, got myself ready, and was gearing up for this drop. I figured that regardless of whether it was a buy and hold, I could at least flip it for maybe 2-3 times the price and keep some gems in my account. Now this was weird, and I'll show you what I mean. They weren't able to reserve it. Of course, the system was under heavy load. I mean, there's a million people going for these drops, but even though the countdown happened, they reset the timer, which I thought was so strange. I had not had that happen to me before, but I wasn't necessarily hurt about it because I would have liked another chance at getting it. That's me accidentally hitting the buy now button too early. just trying to get in position so that if I hit the buy now button and I get that message, I can at least spam the button. Yeah, I was going for the spam the button route because it seemed like hitting the button once wasn't working. So I figured that I would give that a try. But yeah, VeVe, the app was just doing some strange things, and I think it's just because there are so many people on the app, which is exciting. It's great that there's so much excitement and hype around VeVe, around these collectibles, because that just grows the community, grows the marketplace. But when you're trying to get a drop, it's not so fun. So here it is, trying to reserve an order. It looks like it was really gonna spit something out at me. I still didn't get like any confirmation, but was very excited and very, very hopeful. We'll see what happens in a little bit. And I made sure that I had enough gems in my account this time for sure. Didn't go buying anything in the marketplace earlier in the day. So it was on this message for a good minute, guys. I mean, I'm in post and it's continuing to buffer for quite a while. I'm going to do a little bit of movie magic and speed it up for you guys. What I wound up doing was closing out the app, refreshing it, and of course, I did not actually get this drop. So this one was another loss, but that's okay. There was another drop in the afternoon. I think that is the Labit drop, so I wasn't too hurt. There are still opportunities to get something. So let's move on to that one. All right, now we're back in the app for the Labit drop. Now, I didn't participate in the Labit drop prior to, so this is the third season. They've released a second and a first season earlier this year, I think. So I didn't know that the setup was not going to be blind box. I'm so used to the blind boxes. This one, you really had to choose. Are you going to go for the common, the uncommon, the rare? I think it's ultra rare and secret rare. I can't remember exactly what they were, but you had to choose which one you had to go for. I figured that with the losing streak that I've been on, I should go for the one that I don't think most people are going to go for, and I thought it was the uncommon. All right, guys. I know that uncommon is supposed to be the more exciting one compared to common, but the way that the drops have been for the last several weeks, it's the common and the ultra rare that have been getting the most attention. So that was my reasoning. I could have been dead wrong from the jump, but there was also just a ton of competition on the apps. A lot of momentum still built up from the two previous drops, the three previous drops, the ultra rare drop from the poster, the Mickey drop, and the Coca Cola drop. So this one was still kind of up in the air realistically on whether or not I would actually get one. So I chose the uncommon because I thought I had the best chances. I think that any of them would have done well. I knew from the jump that the ultra rare was going to do really well, the gold bunny with the cigarette hanging out its mouth, because it has that K signature on its forehead, and it's also just a good looking one. As you can see here, again, the system is under heavy load message, a lot of buffering, and unfortunately by the time it came back, sold out. So I tried to get the rebound a couple times. I came back at 204 to get the rebound. I went back at 208 to get the rebound, and both times was just, in the blink of an eye, it was sold out again. So this one was a pass, but I didn't bother going into the marketplace to try to buy one. I just figured that I would move on to the next couple drops, which are Guardians of the Galaxy and the post office. So that gets us caught up to Christmas Eve, so let's jump right into those. And we're into Guardians of the Galaxy. So they have the cute little Groot, all festive in his Christmas gear. If I remember correctly, we have common, uncommon, and rare or maybe ultra rare in this drop. There were only 3 variations and it was blind box format again. So one that I'm more used to, no having to pick which one you're going to go for, kind of like the Labit drop. This one is also animated, so I think people see some value in the animation. I don't know. Leave a comment down below if you think animation really adds value or if it's just kind of okay, yeah, whatever. Not really looking at this one as being on the same level as Mickey or Coke, but still just wanting to get something. You know that feeling, like if you participated in enough VeVe drops, there is this feeling that you get where it's like, all right, I have been missing so much, I just need to get something. And that is how I started to feel. The Groots, I mean, it's such a cute little thing. Groot is such a recognizable character, and Guardians of the Galaxy was a huge movie. But I'm not gonna lie, after striking out so many times this week, I really just wanted to get it for the sake of getting it. For the sake of getting a drop and knowing that it's not me. So at the countdown, you could probably see what happened. I got a little bit too excited and I hit the drop down button for the explanation, and that slowed me down and I wound up missing the buy now button by just a few milliseconds, and wound up missing the drop. So boo-hoo. I did buy one in the secondary marketplace for a quick flip. We'll see how it sells. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Santa drop. So as you can see, I am cutting it really close getting into this app. My sister had to grab me and be like, are you doing the drop or not? Because at this point I was like cooking for Christmas and really wasn't studying the app this much because I've just been striking out so much. But once again, going for the buy now button, the system is just overloaded, and I got the reserve order message again, if you can see that in the background. But once again, I mean, your guess is as good as mine at this point on whether or not I actually got one. So just holding tight and seeing, but yeah, sold out, no dice. But I wasn't too surprised. I think it's just kind of an ebb and flow when it comes to these drops. It seems like you are on a streak. Like you can watch some of my other videos on my channel and see I got commons, rares, secret rares, or a secret rare. And it was like the mojo was just flowing. But I also think there's just a lot of people on the app and a lot of people using bots. Okay, just gonna throw that out there. When I get into the marketplace and I see 6, 7, 8, 9 different editions or 9 editions all owned by the same person ready to sell at the same time for the same price, I'm like, really? Come on now. But there's still a lot of opportunity for regular people who don't use bots like me to get drops. It just really wasn't working for me this week, but that's okay. That is okay. That's what the marketplace is for. And I think there are a lot of really great buy and hold diamond hand pieces. I think the Cokes are a good hold. I think Mickey, oh my gosh, fantastic hold, especially now. I know his price is going up bit by bit, but he could totally hit golden moments status where, I mean, it's just astronomically worth astronomically more than you're buying it for right now. So congrats to everybody who got drops. Congrats to everybody who kept going for it even when it seemed like you just weren't gonna make it, because honestly, you just have to stick with it. That's how you win. You just don't give up, right? And the VeVe community here is so awesome. If you need to vent, there is a venting channel on the Discord, which I think is so funny. Luckily, I have my sister to vent to because she got some of the drops, but she also missed most of them. So we were both in the same boat there. But if you watched to the end of this video, thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and like it. And if you have a comment or you have something that you want to share with the community, leave it down below. We'd be happy to have a conversation about it, chat about it. And don't forget to subscribe for more great content. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Alrighty, bless you guys. Bye bye.